Hi, I'm Mike O'Brien. I'm the U.S. editor of ClickZ, and I'm here with Seth Godin, who is a renowned entrepreneur, TED speaker, and author of 17 books
No. 18.
18
The
books.
last one was really hard.
18
don't
books
cut
about
it
business
short.
and marketing.
Thank you.
Seth, a lot of your books tend to have really catchy titles that make their way into the lexicon eventually. How do you come up with these terms like idea virus and purple cow?
The purpose of the book is to make its way into the lexicon. That's why it deserves to be a book. Most people don't go to the bookstore. Most people don't go looking for the new idea. But if I can give a few people a tool that they can bring to the next meeting, they need to explain their idea. Well, the easiest way to talk about the idea virus is to call it an idea virus. The easiest way to say what we need to do is make more remarkable products, not just yell about them, is to give it a name. So the name comes first. If there is no name, there is no book. I won't write a book unless I come up with a way to talk about it.
There was actually a session at our Miami event last year about how to be a purple cow, so you've entered the lexicon as far as that one goes.
Thanks.
What's your biggest pet peeve? Something a lot of people are doing and that you don't think they should be doing?
Well, the thing about peeves is they're so annoying they shouldn't be pets.
Okay.
Like, I have
What's
a
your
dog who's awesome. He's my pet. Peeves, the biggest one for sure, is the selfish, redundant narcissism, arrogant self-centeredness of almost every marketer. That the marketer says, hey, this is my job. I'm getting paid to do this. It's important. Who can I interrupt? Who can I lie to? What corners can I shave? How do I get more market share? Me. No one wants to get email from that person. They want me mail. They want to hear about things related to them. They want to be treated with respect and dignity and people acknowledging their existence, not being seen as a cog in some giant industrial system. And yet, the marketers with money persist in just being jerks.
Well, speaking of that, we've covered the presidential election quite a bit as far as the candidates as marketers. What do you think of the Trump marketing campaign? Not the presidential campaign, just as a marketer.
I'm puzzled at the people who are surprised. For me, the only surprise was, why did it take so long? That the model of modern marketing, which started in 1964, was spend a lot of money, buy a lot of TV. The TV will depress the outcome of your competitors, and you have a shot. So the reason there's so much money in politics is so you can buy more TV. The problem is, as every other marketer has realized, TV is not what it used to be. So if you can make something remarkable doesn't mean good. It just means worth talking about. It just means noteworthy. One of the reasons you guys write about the election is because it's great clickbait, because people want to click on it. Once you do that, you're going to get all this free media. You're going to get all this free attention online. Once you go to the edges and go to the less informed, angriest part of the population, of course they're going to respond, because the middle's really crowded. The edges tend not to be. So I hate to take any shred of the smallest bit of credit for this Neanderthal splitting our country into pieces, but it's like he read all my books.
Maybe he did. But as far as digital transformation, that's a new track that we haven't done before, and that's one that I think looks the most exciting. Like, there's a lot of cool brands and stuff on that. I feel like digital transformation, though, is something that people struggle with. What's your best tip for a marketer who's trying to, keep up with the times?
The reason people struggle with it is that change is risk, and risk is death. So we are evolved over millions of years to try to avoid change. Like every creature, change is not necessarily something you look forward to. So as soon as you put the word transformation in the title, people are like, let someone else transform. I'll just follow them. And you use the phrase keep up. Keeping up is not about initiating change. It's not about leading. Keeping up is about just making it okay. I'm not interested in keeping up. I think keeping up is a recipe for being stressed all the time. I think it's way more interesting to make an assertion, say, I predict the world will be like this, and then act on it consistently over time. So when I started an email newsletter in 1993 or 1992, that was a point of view, right? And I've stuck with it for 23 years. It took me 23 years to become an overnight success. But that's okay. Because if you make an assertion and you can stick with it, and it's built on a solid grounding, you can make things happen. So I'm hoping to infect people with this idea in my talk that if it feels risky, it might be a good thing to try. The reason it's worth doing a live talk is not so that you can live tweet the notes. It's not because I'm going to say something on stage that is different than I've said before. It's because being in a room with other people who are leaning forward, who are breathing the same air, who are surrounding you with possibility, lets you get to the emotional side of this issue, which is your company could have been Yahoo, your company could have been Uber, your company could have been Airbnb, and it wasn't. And the reason it wasn't is not because you didn't know, it's because you didn't want to. And I'm in the want to business. How can I paint a picture for the future that's compelling enough that you want it to be true?
Well, I'll still live tweet your notes when we're there.
Who inspires me, without a doubt, are the kind of people who go to ClickZ events. That it's those people who are on the frontier, who are experimenting and failing and dancing with their fear. That's what makes it worth me doing this again tomorrow.